do. I'm my own chief. I do what I don't know nothing. I wasn't one that was raised up in to go to church. Some people are raised to go to. I was not raised like that. I didn't know. I didn't know. So I get up that morning, 8 o'clock. Woke up just like the alarm clock had, went off and got me up. I got up, started getting myself together. I didn't know where I was going, but the plan now. See, the plan knows. The plan knows exactly what needs to take place. I get myself up and I get myself dressed. I get my kids ready, and I'll go and get them out, get them dressed. And I'm like, well, I don't know where I don't know where am I supposed to go? So now I'm just out of my head. This is what I'm saying. I'm like, I don't know, where I'm supposed to go. I don't know. I'm in Tampa. Now, if I was in Op, I would have probably went to Nazareth, because that was like the community church where all of us went when we were younger and all. So I probably would have went to Nazareth if I was in Op, but I was way in Tampa, Florida. So I don't know. I don't know where to go. Well, here is this voice again. The plan is speaking again. The plan is speaking again. The plan says to me, you go. I'm going to lead you where you are to go. Oh my God, for real? Now the plan is talking to me just like GPS. Says, I want you to go up to the end of the corner here, and when you get up here, you're gonna make a left. I'm like, make a left. Okay, all right then. Well, I'm feeling, like ain't nobody in this car with me or what have you, but I don't, I don't know what this is, but I just know it feels right, so I'm just going to go on with it because it feels right, you know what I'm saying? See, you going to know when it's the plan because it's going to feel right to you. The plan, it just felt right to me. So I goes and the plan tell me to take a left. I take a left and I'm going down Bush Boulevard. It says keep going down. When you get to 56th Street, got there, said make a right here, just like the GPS. I make a right there at at 56th Street, and I turn on 56 and I go down, and then the plan says this to me right here. It says, I want you to look at every sign. You're going to pass some churches, and I want you to look at every sign that is on that, every sign where the church is, and the one that has not started, he said, that is the one that I want you to go in. So I go by, look at each church, that one has started, and that one has started. I passed a few of them. That one has started. Well, I shot by one real fast, and when I shot by one, I made it to another one. I looked at that one. That one had started. Well, it was like, no, turn around and go back to the one that you passed. So I turned around. I went back to the one that I had passed, and lo and behold, that one had not started. It was 9:50. And they were starting at 10 o'clock. So I get my children. We in the parking lot. I park the car. I get my children out. I'm doing good. I'm nervous a little bit because I don't know this place. I ain't ever been. Remember, I ain't been to nobody's church. So I don't know, but this is the plan. See, I'm going to encourage somebody tonight about this plan. So I go in there. I get my kids. I make it to the door. The usher is there at the door. She greet me, good morning, all. Your first time here? Yes, ma'am, this is my first time here, Well, we have children's church. If you would like for your children to go to children's church, yes, ma'am. Oh, okay then. So I go with her to take the kids to children's church. My children were, very mannerable kids, and also they were good about going in there. They, they see little toys or whatever. They were fine. They didn't cry. I take them in there. We take them in the children's church. Well, she goes then to commit to walking me to the sanctuary. Now the plan is still working, baby. I don't know what's going on, but the plan is still at work. I go to walk into the sanctuary. You have to go into the double doors. As soon as the double doors swung open for me to walk in, I immediately fall face first right there in the midst of the double doors. I could not. It was the presence of God, the glory of God. That was mine. First time encountering God at that magnitude like that, because the plan was now beginning to work in Delphine's life. She was no longer about to be her own God anymore. The plan was now working in her life. I fall face first right there on the floor right there. And I remember hearing the pastor. I can still hear him right now. He said, leave that woman alone. Leave her alone. That woman got a call on her life, a great call. And God is doing doing something with her. I stayed on that floor. I still cry about it when I talk about it because I stayed on that floor and I wept and I wept and I wept. The plan. See, the plan was washing. The plan was washing away a lot of things. The plan was giving me purpose. The plan was redirecting my path. The plan was setting me straight. The plan was giving me hope. The plan was taking charge. Baby, I'm this on the floor. I'm boo-hooing crying. I don't know how long it lasted, but when I felt the release where I could get up, they got me, and I sat over in the pew, and I was still boo-hooing, tears coming down my face. Now you talking about someone that had not cried, and I don't know how long it had been since I had cried, because when I'm doing my own thing, I didn't shed no tears. See, the world will teach you to be hard. Shut your mouth. You better not cry. You a punk if you cry. You weak. You a wimp if you cry. So I had not shedded any tears, but I realized that I could cry. That was like the most important thing to me, was the fact that I could cry. I was boo-hooing. When I tell you, I was boo-hooing crying. Boo-hooing crying. The whole entire time I heard the sermon that he preached, I won't ever forget it. He talked about the deception of Satan. That was the first sermon I ever heard when the plan took place in my life. God taught me about the deception of Satan, how he illuminates himself and how he casts himself as an angel of light. That was the first sermon. I'm boo-hooing. But the plan, the plan does not quit. The plan has a timing for you. Every one of you, if you have not made it to the plan, if you and the plan has not met, can I encourage you tonight to say to you, it's okay, don't worry. The plan has a timing. There is a purpose for the plan to operate in your life. I met my purpose right there. Destiny, it just connected right there. There is purpose and plan for your life. And so my journey began. My journey began then. It began then. And baby, it's been a journey. It has been a journey from having to learn so many things about myself that I did not know, having to look at myself and realize that even as a woman of God, Delphine, there's still areas that you've got to let God cleanse. You've got to let God fix. You've got to let God help you with these type of things, man. There's so much I could tell y'all about living for God that could really help you if you were serious about wanting to do it, because the way this thing has been shown and the picture that has been painted of it, it's not nothing like that. I can promise you that. It's nothing like that. You're going to deal with some stuff, because God has to take that nature of who we were and how we've always done things and convert. The spirit of conversion has to become a part of our lives. And so now I cry even a lot of times when I deal with people and God uses me to help people that I know have talked about me like a dog. When God uses me and I'm so sincere about it. Me and my daughter was talking just earlier tonight, and she was saying, Mama, she said, I just really don't have time to hold grudges, man. She said, I don't. She said, I had a couple people say to me, you didn't see what they did to you, and she said, I was like, I don't care. And I said this to her. I said, baby, let me tell you why you don't care. Because see, this is the thing. You are so focused on where you're going that you don't have time to be caught up with that. See, that's how it is when purpose hits your life and when the plan starts working in your life. You become so focused on where you're going and what you're doing, you don't have time for that. You might notice what it is that they're doing, but the thing of it is, Isaiah 54:17, you gonna do this tonight, watch me do it. Isaiah 54:17 says, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. So it doesn't matter matter what they're doing. You know, you realize this, that as a man soweth, in the same shall he reap. So it doesn't matter, man. You're not going to focus your attention on that. Yeah, I see you. Yeah, I know you talked about me. Yeah, I know you backstabbed me. I know every bit of it and all. But you know what? I'm so focused on where I'm going and so focused on what God's got set for me that I don't have time. Because see, what you got to understand is this, that plan is now working in my life. See, when that plan is not working in your life, you'll run mess down. When that plan is not working in your life, you will find yourself caught up in the midst of all types of drama and situations. But when that plan is working, you will keep moving forward. When that plan is not working, you will find yourself caught up in unforgiveness and all when the plan is not working. But when the plan is working and God has shown you what your life can produce, and God has given you your vision and your dreams in order to fulfill, you don't have time for that foolishness like that. You don't have time. Hey, look, man, bye. That's what you say about it. Oh, okay then, bye. Adios, baby. May the Lord be with you, and may the Lord keep you. Boom, get on now, because I got to go where it is that I got to go. I got to do what it is that I got to do, because the plan is at work. The plan is at work. So you don't get caught up. You don't get caught up in that when you letting the plan work. See, the plan is at work in my life. Y'all don't realize just how good God has been. I'm sitting today in a restaurant by myself over in the corner by myself, just wanted some chill time, just gonna, eat a little bit. I kept contemplating like, damn, do I even need to eat it? But anyway, I'm sitting there and I'm by myself because I need this quiet spot, and all of a sudden my phone goes off, and it's a Facebook notification, and a young lady had tagged me in a post that somebody had said about Tasty Treats. I actually shared it on my page. The guy, I don't even know who the guy is or whatever, said, hey, can somebody get Tasty Treats? Tell them to pull up because I want to buy the whole truck, man. They got some good groceries. When I tell y'all I boo-hooed like a baby, them people from the restaurant came to check on me, and they seen that I was boo-hooing. They thought something like, are you okay? I boo-hooed like a baby. And the reason I boo-hooed because I was like, God, these are my children, Lord. People are actually looking for my children because of the plan, because of the vision that you gave me. You gave me an opportunity to be able to restore some things that I did wrong in the raising of my kids. Man, listen, God has given me an opportunity to give my kids something that they can have in this earth for as long as they desire to have it. This thing has gotten so big that now even Justin is kicking off with stuff on his own. This boy done set up a whole pressure washing business on his own just because of the motivation that God allowed me to be able to give my kid. That's huge. Y'all don't get it. Y'all don't know. That's huge because see, they mama, when she was raising them, was really going through a whole lot of stuff. They mama, I ain't gonna lie about my business. They mama, when she was raising them, was really catching hell and going through hell. They mama, when she was raising them, was trying to be raised herself. Didn't really know what to do herself. But when the plan became into fruition and an opportunity showed up, all I know is some said Tasty Treats. That's all I can tell you. Some said Tasty Treats. And I started Tasty Treats. What I thought, the ice cream shop and up in the building up in Op. And Quinn used to come up there and work with me. Him and Andra would come up there and work with me in the shop. Quinn did. I did not even see what God was doing. I done told y'all, see, the plan be working when you think the plan ain't working. I'm trying to tell somebody, if you hear me tonight, you looking at all of the mess that's going on, but baby, there's a plan working for you. There's a plan at work for you. You looking at too much crazy stuff. There's a plan at work for you, baby. There is a plan at work for you. You got your eyes on the wrong stuff, sweetheart. There is a plan at work for you. I did not even see the fact that God had this thing set up. That boy used to come up there and he would help me up there in that building. Quinn would come up there. Now look, Quinn is one of the main men on the truck. Him and Justin, main men on the truck. Didn't realize that when Bebe was, first it was in there in that kitchen with Bebe and them and watching them and stuff. Didn't realize that that girl was pouring into my son for